Audible class developer of Emerging 2, and this is your very first session of today. In this session, we are going to cover our English subject. So you all have to bring out your English book, which is there on screen. This is your child-centric English perfection toolkit, one of two joyful deeds. So you all have to be ready with your English book plus a sharp pencil is there with you. So hurry up students, I am waiting for you all. Till then you be ready and then we will start our today session. Hurry up, be ready students. Okay, I hope so that now you all are ready with your English book and there must be a pencil in your hands. So let's open your book first. So students, as you know that we had started our unit C, right? The OE words we will doing. So today we have to complete the worksheet which we started in the previous session. So please open the same worksheet, that is your page number 2727. Earlier, I'll introduce you some words, and in the later on session, we will do the written practice of that word, right, in your writing skills book. So what we have to do today, we have to complete the rest of a portion, the second half of this page, where we have to read the passage which is given to us, and related to that passage, we all have to solve few questions. Okay. So first of all, what we all have to do, we have to come on the second half of this page. Okay, in this half you have to come because earlier we completed this half. So students, tell me what is the sound it will give you. O sound, right? Like bone, cone, rose, rope, robe, right? So these are the examples of your OE sound words. So today we will do this passage, and if you see this passage, so there are some words which is underlined. So these are all OE words. So here also with this passage you are revising the OE sound words. Okay, so your all focus should be here because this is a passage, this is a story about something, so you all have to listen it very carefully. If you are going to listen it carefully, then you are able to give answers of the above questions. Okay, if you are not listening it properly, if your concentration is not here with me, so you are not able to give that answer. So that's why it's a request to you all that you have to read this story with me. You all have to understand it. So your focus should be here, students. Before starting this passage reading, we will read the information given to us and then we will start. Okay, so let's read it. So the very first point is read out the passage above. So what it is saying, that we have to read this passage and then ask the children some questions related to it. And who's gonna ask you the questions? I'm gonna ask you the questions and you have to answer me. So parents, it's a request that first of all we have to we have to give them an initiate that they will read this passage carefully and understand it well. Then you have to post some questions given over here. You can also post some simple questions with the passage, okay, as per your choice, and students are able to give answer of those questions. So the second thing is let the children pretend to dig a hole with a spade. So parents, it's a request that if you have spade at your home, so you have to help our kids to dig a hole in your lawn or in the park outside your house, so they can understand this passage well, right? So let's start the passage reading. Before starting this passage reading, we will see the picture. So students, see this picture. There is a mole. This is an animal. What's its name? Mole. We call it as mole, right? It is a rat kind animal, right? Bigger than rat, but a similar kind. Okay, so it's mole. Now we will read the passage. It's about this animal. So we will read it and find what is there. So let's start. Put your pencil over here and then start. Okay, so here we will Joey, Joey, Joey was a mole. See, that is OE word. That's why it's underlined. So Joey was a mole. Joey क्या था? See, it's animal. The animal. Mole. Name is Joey. इसका name क्या है? Joey, right? So Joey was a mole. Joey क्या है? एक mole है. Who? W-H-O. Who lived? L-E-V. Live. E-D. D. Lived in a hole. So where that mole lived? That mole named Joey lived in a hole. कहाँ रहता था वो? एक hole में रहता था. Joey wanted. Joey wanted a new home. Home. So the animal wanted a new home. वो क्या चाहता था? वो एक new home चाहता था. Earlier he is living in a hole, but he want a new home. He want a new house for himself. He the eater did not want to live in a hole. Why he want a new home? Because now he don't want to live in a hole. जहाँ वो पहले रहता था hole में, वहाँ पर वो नहीं रहना चाहता. That's why he is searching for a new home. Okay, so Joey looked at a stove. उसने क्या देखा? Joey looked at a stove. उसने stove को देखा. Stove क्या होता है? Where we cook food, है ना? So he looked at a stove for a home. उसने देखा stove की तरफ and he find that this could be my new home. ये मेरा नया घर हो सकता है. But we use stove for cooking. That's very hot, na? So the stove was too hot. When he go there, he find that stove was too hot. So what happened? The smoke made Joey shock. So when we cook food, so there are a lot of smoke there, है ना? Which is coming out from stove. So उससे क्या हुआ? Joey को चौक हो गया, breathing issues हुए, right? So he dropped the idea that stove could not be my new home. So he dropped that idea that this stove was not my new home. So Joey again looked at a pile of stones. There was a huge, big pile of stones जहाँ पर बहुत सारे stones थे. So he think that this could be my new home, है ना? So Joey popped his nose. उसने क्या करा? अपनी nose से उसको dig किया stones को. But he did not like the stones. See, he is digging that hole. Where? In the stones, in the pile of stones. But he find that he did not like the stones. उसको stones नहीं पसंद. So he went back to his hole. वो कहाँ चला गया? जहाँ उसका पुराना home था, house था. He went to his hole. वो दोबारा से अपने hole में गया. A hole can be a fine home, and he find that this hole is my best home. So he go there and he live there alone. So students, this is a story about Joey, who is a mole who lived in a hole. So in this story we learn that this uh, mole which named Joey, he wanted a new home. उसे क्या चाहिए था? एक नया घर चाहिए था. Where he lived? He lived in a hole earlier, but he is looking for a new home. So firstly, he think to have a new home in stove, but stove was too hot, so he dropped the idea. Again, he looked at a pile of stone, but he find that stones he don't like. So he went back to his old home, that is a hole. So students, this is all about the story of Joey. Okay, now what we will do, we will answer to this questions. So one by one, I will ask questions with you and you all have to give me the answer. Okay, so students, it's your today task. What you all have to do, you have to read this story, then understand it. If there is any doubt, so you can ask me for that. Okay, but read the story and focus on all those words which is having the OE sound. So before starting this question answer session, we will read all the words which is having the OE sound. Okay, let's start with the first word. You all have to read the underlined words. Okay, so the very first word is mole, mole. Some are the words which we already covered and some are new to us. Okay, next is hole, hole. The next word is home, home. Come to the next. Again, it's whole. Here, it's a big word, so you all have to split it. इसको आपको क्या करना है? Split करके, तोड़ के read करना है. So firstly, we will read the first half, then we will read the next. Looked. Next is stove. Come on the next. It's home. Here it's stove. Now come on the next. It's smoke. Now come on the next. CH will give you sound. CH is your blend. It will give you what sound? Ch sound. Can you give me the example of CH sound words? Ma'am, chalk. Very good. So now you will read this word oak. Choke. Okay, this is not chalk. Okay, where you do it on the blackboard, not that chalk, it is choke. Choke means जब आपको breathing issues हो जाते हैं ना, when you go somewhere जहाँ पे बहुत smoke है, right, so आपको क्या होता है, breathing issues होते हैं ना, so that is choke. Okay, the next is looked, right? The next is your stones. What is it? Own, but there is lot of stones, right? Because there is a pile of stones. Okay, again, this is the same word, home. Here it's poked. Here, nose. Again, stones. And this one is her hole. Here also, hole. This one is her home. And the last one is mole. Right? So now what we will do, we will give answers of these questions. So one by one I will ask you, you have to give me the answer. So students, Joey was a hole? No, Joey was a mole, right? So we have to put tick on the second option because that is the correct one. Okay, the next is Joey lived in a, कहाँ रहता था? Joey was a mole who lived in a hole. कहाँ रहता था? Hole में. So you have to underline, not underline, you have to put a tick on this. Okay. Now the next is the dash was too hot for a home. What was too hot? Stone? No. The stove was too hot for a home because when he looked at the stove, so he find that it was too hot. So stove is your right answer. Okay. The next is Joey poked his dash on the stone. So Joey poked his nose. What he poked? He poked his nose. So you have to put tick on nose, not fingers. यहाँ पे fingers की तो हमने read ही नहीं करा है ना. So what Joey poked? Joey poked his nose on the stones, right? So students, that's about your English session. You all have to complete this passage, read it carefully, and then answer these questions. Now I'm giving you some time, then we will do our creative work. So hurry up, complete it first, then we will start. Hurry up. Okay, students, now we will come towards your creative task. So, in creative, I am giving you a task to make a butterfly. But how you have to make a butterfly? You have to make a butterfly with your number 3. Okay, I told you that with numbers you can also create flip arts, right? So today I'm giving you this task to make a butterfly with the help of number 3. Okay? But before that, when you are opening your drawing files, you have to mention the date on top. Okay? Here you have to mention your date first, and then you have to give a caption, make a butterfly in the middle of your new sheet, and then you have to create a butterfly with the help of number 3. Okay, so this is your today creative task which you all have to complete. Okay, and then you have to make your butterfly beautiful with the help of coloring with your crayons. Okay, you can also use the pencil colors if you have, otherwise you can do coloring with crayons. Okay, so that's all about your today creative task. I'm not going to tell you how you have to make a butterfly with number 3 because that is your task, you have to complete it. Okay, so that's it for your today's session, students. In this session, we complete our English subject as well as creative. In English, we complete our worksheet, our page number 2727, where we read a passage and also answers above questions. And in creative, today I am giving you a task to make a butterfly with the help of number 3. So you all have to complete that task and then share your homework on regular basis and on time. Okay, so that's it for your today's session. We will meet in our next session with the next concept. Okay, till then, revise your concept, stay at your home, eat healthy, and be strong.